Welcome back. It's still Plus Politics. Some Nigerians have taken to social media to express dissatisfaction over the oath of secrecy administered on members of the Judicial Panel of Inquiry set up by the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The oath of secrecy administered on panel members states that they will not reveal any information they come across during the administering of their official duties. The panel was set up for the investigation of the shooting of unarmed protesters at the Lekki toll plaza on October 20, 2020, and to probe alleged extrajudicial killings perpetrated by operatives of the disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Still with us, we now have Mr. Wale Ogunade, a legal practitioner, to help us make sense of this issue. Good evening, sir.
And all those who are watching this program.
Thank you so much. And we also have Mr. Steve Agiode, who is also a legal practitioner. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah. So, since I'm the one that is not a lawyer here, so I'm going to listen to both of you. Let me start with Mr. Agiode. What do you make out of the fears and the issues raised by these Nigerians?
Well, the matter is a simple matter. There's a tribunals of inquiry law which has always existed. Section 3 of it speaks of oaths for members of the panel of the tribunal. They are to take an oath to be faithful and impartial and to discharge their duties well. And that is their public duties. In the case of their duties which they do, which is not in the open, they are supposed to take a note of secrecy. So, for example, they are not supposed to divulge the discussions that are had between panel members, opinions expressed by panel members, or it is a panel, they vote. So they are not supposed to disclose who voted this way or who voted that way. I think it is all to promote confidence between panel members so that views expressed there don't go out and people are not victimized for expressing their opinions in the course of doing the quasi-judicial work they are doing. So that is the position of the law.
Okay, thank you. Let me go to Mr. Wale Ogunade. I read some of the comments raised by these social media influencers, and their worry, including some of them who are lawyers, is that why not oath of confidentiality? Why oath of secrecy? That this shouldn't be to the governor. This is about the public and not to what they describe as an interested party.
Yeah, my brother there has already established the law, and I am a lawyer that follows the law. Here now is about interpretation. We are talking about confidentiality and secrecy, and to me it's just a choice of words. Confidentiality is secret. Secret is confidentiality. They are just the two, used in two different types, two different ways. If it's a natural thing that a panel of that nature, very sensitive, there must be elements of confidentiality, and the things that you do must be kept secret. Or else, if information comes to your knowledge and you now throw it into the public domain, it will cause chaos. And to protect society, definitely there must be some element of secrecy so as to promote confidence in other people that will be working with them. And even those who are bringing their petitions, don't forget that most people will bring their petitions secretly. They will do it in secret, maybe without their knowledge. They may even say that this is what happened to us. We don't want to be identified, but this is the event that took place. For you to know and for you to correct that problem that has arisen. For that reason, we want to keep it secret. And the third line of that statement of secrecy is anonymity. And that's why you find that several times, some news, particularly in the journalist world, that they will say that the source is anonymous, so that you will not trace that source. If you trace the source, expose it, then you burn the bridge. Next time there's issues like that, that person will not want to reveal or divulge such information. So really, I see no reason in this issue. It's just a storm in a teacup that wants to be raised. It's a natural thing. That's the practice all over for this type of an assignment, that those who want to take part in it must take an oath of confidentiality. If you call it secrecy, and of course, don't forget that whenever anybody wants to take oath for public work, they will have to take this oath, that indeed their private interests will not conflict with the national interest or the interest of the work that they want to do. So it's a simple thing as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Yes, I hope the agitators will feel same way. Okay, let me go back to Mr. Steve Agiode. Another issue that Mr. Wale Ogunade raised is that I think should actually calm the nerves of the agitators is the fact that this thing is being beamed live. So I think we need to separate what the panel is going on and the conversation among the panel members. Could you please throw more light on that so that...
No, I mean, the panel proceedings are transparent. They are in the open as of now. Actually, I blame government more for not embarking on a publicity blitz.
To educate the youth.
Yes, to educate the youth. That is where, tempers are fraught. Now, everybody is on edge. Nobody trusts government because of what has happened. I mean, I can understand how the youth feel. I can understand, but you need to enlighten them. Government needs to communicate with them properly. But the proceedings are so far transparent. We can see what is going on, and we hope that that pattern will continue. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Wale Ogunade, there's something that actually bothers me, and that's the fact that if you are a member of the panel, what is the minimum expectation that you should have? Are you supposed to just see yourself as we against us or we against them, or see issues as they are? Because it appears, in fact, you can see that the form is already leaked out to let people know, hey, I've been asked to swear an oath.
Well, if I'm a member, obviously, I know that I have a responsibility. Maybe because I'm a lawyer, I have been dealing with issues of keeping secrets of my clients, having taken information in confidence, and of course, not divulging information that comes to me as a result of my duty as a legal practitioner. So maybe because I'm used to it, it will not make any difference in this type of an assignment. Then, as an activist, obviously, I will now distill it that this is a national assignment. There are some information that once it gets into the public domain, it will bring about a big fire. And because of that, maturity will come in, national interest will come in, and I'll just use it mildly, or not even releasing it at all to the public. And for your information anyway, whatever information comes to me as a member of the committee will be used for the purpose of the work of the committee, in particularly in solving the issues at hand. If at the end of the day, you don't forget that the committee will write a report, submit its report, then it will now come up out that time. That's one. Then two, if the committee or the panel now decides to be releasing their reports or activities, given the country or the state information on a regular basis, that's another thing. Then they will have a proper channel, a spokesperson that will be divulging information or disseminating news, but not that it will just be flying all around, that there will not be any proper channel of communication. And don't forget, when that happens now, it will become a rumor, and rumor has a way of endangering the society.
Okay, like he just said, let's also have your take on that particular point. I'm looking at how do we even know? Good, they are called the youth representatives in the panel, and we must give it to the Lagos State government for having such representation. And we've also seen some credible members in the society that a lot of people have respect for. Talking about Ebun Adegboruwa, talking about Segun Awosoya, the Shega links. Ogunade Agiode, how do we give them benefit of doubt that there is not going to be any kind of twist to what their findings will be?
Well, okay, let me go back and address the issue that you earlier did. The activists at the point of doing what they did are not been sworn in. So we take it they are not members. But when they become members, they will, one of the oath they will say to be impartial. So even though they are activists, they now have to change that organ and be impartial because at that point becomes the truth. What they are trying to find out is truth and justice. So I align with the earlier speaker who says maybe there should be a spokesman for the panel so that from time to time issues that arise that cause confusion he may dispel them. We hope that the proceedings will proceed normally and then they will make their recommendations. And then I think it's from the recommendations that we will know that the value of the whole process. That's what we can say.
Okay. And let me quickly get your final thought, Mr. Wale Ogunade. How do we move forward to allow this panel, give us unblemished, unspotted recommendations at the end of the day, so that we can know that this issue there is no skeleton in their cupboard.
My own is that we all want a peaceful society. And I guess it is Peter Tosh that sang, everybody is shouting for peace. Nobody is talking about justice. Now, justice is about to be brought out from all this mayhem and all the atrocities that are taking place. And a panel has been set up for these purposes. And I will expect that all hands will be on deck to support this panel, to do its work transparently, and to come out with a very good result that will be in the interest of everybody. So it is the support of everyone that's in need for us to have justice, not that we begin skirmishes and we begin to point out various things that are not that are distraction. At the end of the day, what we want is the justice of this matter so that everyone will be happy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wale Ogunade, for your time. It's quite short, but trust me, very impactful. And same here to Mr. Steve Agiode. It's been a wonderful form of education. Maybe the noise will calm down and we will allow the panel to do their job. There's been so many issues of distractions, but let's hope that we'll be proud of what will come out at the end of the day. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
To God be the glory.
Yeah, we will take a short break, and when we come back, I'll be giving you my take. Please don't go anywhere. Here is my take, especially on the fines that was handed down to the media houses. The case here is a case of injury to one is injury to all. While the media houses and SERAP and other advocacy groups ask for the law to be reversed and the sanctions be taken away, we hold it our responsibility as media houses to be responsible to ensure that crises and anything inimical to the general society are averted. We promise that we will continue to play our job, we will continue to serve as the public trust to the people, and we will ensure that we will continue to give accurate information to the public and even to the government. Here's my take on tonight's discussion. Plus Politics returns tomorrow on same time, same station. I remain yours truly, Kayode Ladende, saying bye for now.